What if the reason you woke up today is not routine, not coincidence, but a quiet sign that heaven has already stepped into your morning? And what if you've been surrounded by blessings you haven't even noticed yet? Because today is not an ordinary day. Before anything else, just pause for a moment. Look at where you are right now. You are here. You made it to this moment. You reached another morning. And that alone is not as simple as it looks. Because life doesn't always announce its miracles loudly. Sometimes, it hides them inside ordinary hours. You might think today is just another repeat of pressure, responsibilities, or unanswered thoughts. But what if that is not the full picture? What if today is already carrying something deeper, something quiet, something steady, something designed to support you before you even realize you need it? Stay with me, because this video will slowly shift the way you see your entire day. And by the end, you won't just hear something, you might actually feel something shift inside you. Most people wake up and immediately think about what they have to face. Work, expectations, problems, unfinished situations, unanswered questions. And without realizing it, they step into the day already carrying tension. But here's something most people miss. A day is not just something you enter. It is something that has already been prepared around you. Think about it. You don't see the air before you breathe it. You don't see the ground supporting your steps. You don't see the systems working silently to keep life moving. Yet they are there, constant, unnoticed, reliable. Now here's the twist. What if your day also has unseen support built into it? What if before you even woke up, something was already positioned to help you through what you're about to face? And this is where the deeper understanding begins. There are mornings when nothing feels exciting. You wake up, but your mind feels heavier than your body. And instantly thoughts start forming. Today will be hard. I need to survive this. I hope nothing goes wrong. And without noticing it, the mind starts preparing for struggle instead of possibility. But here's where perception changes everything. Not every ordinary moment is empty. Some ordinary moments are actually loaded with quiet protection. Think about a day that looked normal, but later you realized you avoided something you never saw coming. A delay that saved you. A change in plan that protected you. A small interruption that turned out to be a blessing. At the moment, it felt random. Later, it made sense. And here's the question that matters. How many ordinary days are actually filled with unseen direction that you only understand later? Because not everything meaningful arrives with warning signs. Some things arrive disguised as normal life, but the pattern goes deeper. Most people imagine blessings as something obvious. Big wins, clear success, sudden breakthroughs, visible changes. But real life rarely works that way. Sometimes blessing doesn't look like increase. Sometimes it looks like stability when things could have collapsed. Sometimes it looks like peace in a situation that should have created chaos. Sometimes it looks like clarity slowly replacing confusion over time. And here's where people get stuck. They miss blessings because they are expecting drama instead of direction. Think about it. A closed door can be protection. A delay can be alignment. A pause can be preparation. A silence can be strengthening. But only if you are willing to see beyond the surface. Because the truth is, not every no is rejection. Not every delay is denial. Not every quiet season is emptiness. Sometimes it's simply life being guided in a way you don't yet understand. And now the question becomes personal. What if something in your life right now is already working for your good, but you're just too close to see it? And this is where perspective begins to shift. There are days when you feel like you are doing everything alone. You handle pressure. You manage emotions. You carry responsibilities. And still, life keeps moving. But here's something strange about human experience. Even when you feel weak, you don't disappear. You continue. You adjust. You survive. You respond. You keep going. And that raises a powerful question. Where does that quiet resilience come from? Because there are moments when you should have stopped, but you didn't. Moments when you should have broken, but something held you together. Moments when everything inside you felt uncertain, but you still moved forward. And that consistency, that endurance, is not random. It is part of something deeper happening within your life story. Even when your awareness is low, your stability is not gone. And that brings us closer to the core realization. Here it is. You are not walking through your day unsupported. You are not as alone as your emotions sometimes suggest. And you are not failing just because things feel slow or unclear. Because life is not only measured by visible outcomes, it is also shaped by unseen stability holding everything together beneath the surface. And once you understand that, something powerful happens. Fear loses intensity. Anxiety loses authority. Confusion loses control. Not because everything becomes instantly perfect, but because you stop interpreting life as unsupported. And instead, you start recognizing that even in uncertainty, something steady has been present the whole time. And that realization changes everything about how you move forward. Now just take a breath. Not a rushed one, not a distracted one, a real pause. Because you don't always need new information. Sometimes you just need space to settle again. Think about everything you've been carrying lately. The thoughts you replay, the pressure you don't express, the expectations you silently manage. Now imagine, just for a moment, setting it down. Not forever, not as a solution, but just for this moment. So your mind can breathe again. So your heart can slow down again. And so you can remember something simple. You are still here. You are still moving. You are still standing. And sometimes, that alone is proof that something has been holding you through more than you realized. Now listen to this closing prayer moment as a reset for your inner world. In this moment, let every heavy thought become lighter. Let every anxious feeling soften. Let every overwhelmed mind find calm again. For the one who feels alone, bring reassurance. For the one who feels stuck, bring clarity. For the one who feels tired inside, bring renewal. Let strength return quietly. Let peace settle deeply. Let hope rise again without pressure. And let this moment remind every heart listening that even in silence, they are not walking through life unsupported. Take a slow breath and let that settle inside you. If this message gave you even a small sense of calm or clarity, don't ignore it. Subscribe because the next video might be exactly what you needed at the right time. And if this touched you deeply, share it with someone who feels like they're carrying too much alone. Because sometimes, one message is enough to change how a person sees their entire day, or even their life.